कराची, इसके अलावा और बहुत से दूसरे प्रोजेक्ट उनके चल रहे हैं। और आज हम इनसे बातचीत करेंगे कि एज ए कोपा प्रेसिडेंट क्या इनके प्रोग्राम्स हैं और ये क्या करना चाहते हैं कोपा के लिए, और कोपा को किस स्टेज पे ले जाना चाहते हैं। ये कोपा एक बहुत पुरानी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, लेकिन वेस्ट कोस्ट बेस ये रही है, स्पेशली लॉस एंजल्स बेस रही है, लेकिन अभी चाहते हैं इसको एक्सपेंड करना और इसके जो भी पॉइंट्स हैं और जो भी इनका एजेंडा है इसको ये बड़े पैमाने में इसको लॉन्च करना चाह रहे हैं। मैं समझता हूँ कि बहुत अच्छी बात है। तो आइए बात करते हैं अदनान साहब से। अदनान साहब सलाम।
जी सलाम कार साहब,
कैसे मिजाज हैं?
जी बिल्कुल ठीक ठाक।
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। कैलिफोर्निया में तो आपसे टाइम लेना बहुत मुश्किल है, लेकिन मैंने आपको जो है लॉक इन कर लिया है,
राइट,
यू नो, और दैट्स द वे सफ़ीर पाकिस्तान,
वर्क्स,
जहाँ मौका मिला वहीं लॉक इन कर लो,
राइट।
और डेफिनेटली लॉक इन करने का फ़ायदा है कि हमारे नाज़रीन आज बहुत कुछ आपसे मालूमात हासिल करेंगे।
जी,
हमारे नाज़रीन को अपने जो आपकी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है कोपा, उसकी अगराद व मकासद, उसका एजेंडा, उसका प्रोग्राम बताइए हमारे नाज़रीन को।
Council of Pakistan American Affairs basic mission is to work with politicians here in the United States, helping to make laws that are more friendly towards Pakistan. I was here yesterday when President Obama was giving his speech, and I was invited to the speech, and it was a speech where President Obama mentioned a few countries. Pakistan was one of these countries that he mentioned, and basically what we are seeing is which direction the government is going to go now in. COPA working on Capitol Hill. I'm also going to be attending. Senator Kerry is holding hearings with Madeleine Albright on the 26th about relations with Muslims and Muslim countries. So we are seeing that there are changes happening, and COPA is very much involved. The one big mission COPA has is that Pakistan is going to be getting aid from the United States, which is $1.5 billion every year. And COPA is working to make sure, one, Pakistan gets this money. The second mission COPA is working on is that in this bill there is no attachments of accountability attached, because usually what happens is when the money does get essential and it's locked in, there are some things that Pakistan has to do in order to get this money. So what we are working is that without any conditions, Pakistan gets this money. So this money can be spent on schools, for colleges, for basic people's needs, because what's happening is, and I think we all know that Pakistan is basically going broke, fighting the war which was started by the United States in Afghanistan, and Pakistan is spending so much of its resources on this war that we already see that US is in a deep economic downtrend, fighting the Iraq war and everything that has led with it. Pakistan, being a small country, is paying a very, very heavy price for it. So we are lobbying the US government that Pakistan does get this aid and the aid package goes. And one of the other thing COPA is going to be working on is the image of Pakistan, because we see that Pakistan is a country, it is going through challenges, but the logo of Pakistan at the moment is a little bit tarnished. And when I say tarnished, we all heard the news media come out and say that Pakistan is a state that is a failed state. We are meeting with the Congress people, we are meeting with the senators, we are even bringing prominent people from Pakistan, just like Mustafa Kamal, who's one of the top mayors in the world considered. We are bringing him to California, to UCLA, where the UCLA professors, students, the chancellor, other top dignitaries can meet him and see that Pakistan in no way is a failed state, because how can you have a country in which you have people like Mustafa Kamal who are honored and are the top mayors? How can you call that country a failed state? So when people say failed state, what happens is the money evaporates. The investors don't want to invest in a country which is called a failed state. And COPA very much is working to make sure that that image we change and turn around.
साहब, ये बताएं हमारे नाज़रीन को कि कोपा के कुछ मेजर अचीवमेंट बताएं। डेफिनेटली पीपल आपकी वेबसाइट पे जाएंगे, लेकिन कुछ बताएं हमारे नाज़रीन को कि कोपा ने अभी तक किया क्या है।
कोपा की जो सबसे वन ऑफ द मेजर अचीवमेंट्स थी वो थी when 9/11 took place. We knew that there is going to be violence that will happen towards businesses which are owned by Pakistanis or by Muslims. So what we did was we reached out to the governor at that time in California, who was Gray Davis, who was a close friend of mine. And we worked with Gray Davis, who then called up Sheriff Baca and formed a statewide team. Under Sheriff Baca, we made sure that every Pakistani business had a police officer who went there, identified himself, and told them that if there is any problem, to call the state agencies. What we were able to do back then was we saved all the Pakistani and Muslim businesses from burning down. Because my experience was that when I came to the United States, the US Embassy was taken over in Tehran. And when that happened, all the businesses over here some of them got looted, people were beaten, and most of the people who were beaten on the streets back then were Sikhs because they looked like Ayatollahs. So my experience from back then, I brought it forward. I was able to take it and work it with the state agencies. And because of that, what COPA did, none of the businesses got affected. We had kind of a zero effect. We know we had a person shot in Arizona, maybe somebody's house got torched, but on a larger scale, we were able to keep all that away. That was one of the major achievements.
But you have brought a lot of speakers.
Yes.
Will you name some?
You know, the main speaker we worked with was the Foreign Minister of Pakistan, Mr. Kasuri. We worked with Mr. Kasuri to help him and get a lot of the relationship building done with Pakistan. And I think one thing people did not see, which happened in the background, was that the last 8 years were good 8 years for Pakistan. Pakistan got a lot of aid. Pakistan businesses which were trading abroad in the United States, the export policies were better for them. Pakistan's all the debts were paid off. So today Pakistan is in a different situation, but the past 8 years Pakistan had were much better years.
You have done some job for the earthquake as well.
Right.
COPA.
Right. We raised over $200,000 getting the aid to Pakistan. We also worked with the government of Pakistan, making sure that the aid, it gets there, and the people who wanted to go from America to help in Kashmir, helping them getting there.
What's the COPA role in the Brown Amendment?
Well, in the Brown Amendment, we are working hard to make sure that it gets passed. And it gets passed the way it is. There is nothing added onto it by either other lobbies or by any other group. So Pakistan gets the money without any attachments of accountability.
Okay. माशाल्लाह आपका काफ़ी नज़र है पाकिस्तान पे. आप क्या समझते हैं कि पाकिस्तान किन हालात से दो चार है और पाकिस्तान का क्या फ्यूचर होगा?
Well, at the moment, Pakistan is spending a lot of money fighting the war on terror. That's what we are telling the US policymakers, that Pakistan needs more aid, military aid, economic aid. Pakistan can fight all these things. Yesterday, as I said, I was here for the speech the president was giving, and the president said that he is going to fight and help fight along with Pakistan, defeating anybody who threatens Pakistan.
Okay. The other things. How do you compare the current managements and the past management of the Pakistan, government?
Well, the government in the past, we were working with the Musharraf government from day one. We were meeting Musharraf when he came to United Nations and worked along with him. We knew their policies. With the current government, we are building relationships to see which direction they want to take Pakistan in. I know we met with Ambassador Haqqani, and he's a wonderful person. So we are going to work with him and also work with the foreign minister. I know this evening we will be meeting the foreign minister of Pakistan, and we'll see which direction we can take our relationship with.
Okay, Mr. Adnan Khan, definitely you're giving very balanced answer. Okay, I'm not getting my answer. Okay, how do you compare the government?